I can respect my company. Take me to your circle, the crowd is new. Take me to your heights, hope I like the view. About you, appreciate the itty bitty things that you do. Wanna see all of the things that you see. Tell me, do you like it? Respect my company. Respect my company.
What's good? This is your boy Verdell. We're here with another episode for the Penny for Your Thoughts podcast. This is episode 4, and I'm joined by my special guest here, my actual little sister. You know what I'm saying? My baby sister, Shania, also known as Sauce, the artist. So, what's going on with you?
Not much. I'm pretty good. It's good to be here.
Word. So she actually just dropped her new album called Saucy World. So what I would first like to talk about is that. So how was it like, putting an album together, recording it, and just getting it out there to the people? How was that whole process like?
It was a lot of work, but it was just being creative and like staying motivated every day to get it completed. And it was a lot of fun because I got to experiment with new sounds and just meet different artists around the town and collaborate. And I just love collaborating, so I enjoyed it. I want to continue to keep producing albums and keep producing projects and more creative things on the way.
Okay. Yeah, well, once again, that is, the album's called Saucy World by Sauce, the artist. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, also on YouTube, all the different platforms. But I really enjoyed it. I heard it from, front to back. One of my favorite songs on there actually was, what was the name with the song name with the two people?
Oh, Lisa and Bernard.
Yes, Lisa and Bernard, excuse me. But that song was very dope. She told the story of like this couple. And can you tell me where the inspiration for that song came from? Because I actually was wondering about that.
Okay, so I wrote that song when I was like a freshman in high school, and this lady named Grace Modi, she asked me to write a song because she was doing like this Buffalo album, and I was only like 14 at the time, so this was the first song I ever recorded. And like I just she had me write the song and record it with these producers from the town named Screenmaker and College Boy, and we worked on the song, got it done, and it's just a story about two characters that I came up with, and it's a love story. So
okay, all right. So do you have any future plans for the album? Like, do you got any like upcoming music videos to promote it further? Any songs you're trying to really push in particular, or are you just kind of like moving on from it?
I'm not too sure what videos I have for the album yet. I'm still working on that, but definitely some visuals on the way. I'm still deciding which songs I want to make videos for though. But yeah.
Okay, and now recently we know you just had your CD release party along with the release of the album, and you did a whole concert, which was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure we have a link in the video for that. But do you have any upcoming shows? Because I know you're a performer. Like you also, and recently you also been like developing choreography. I've been seeing that. So do you have any like upcoming performances or shows for the summer? 2021.
Yes, we got a lot of shows on the way. One show is June 15th. That's going to be with a whole bunch of different artists, and I'll be posting flyers, so if you want, you can follow me on Instagram at 20k_sauce, and you can stay tuned with what shows is coming up, because it's a lot of shows. It's a lot of shows.
So what's the June 15th show about?
It's this group of rappers named Nightlife, and they're from Buffalo, and they just put on different shows throughout the year.
All right, so something else I wanted to ask you was like, are you like signed to anybody or like affiliated with anybody?
Right now I'm independent, but Never know. Down the line, I could be signed by someone, but we'll see.
Okay, and so who do you like record with? Like, what studio do you work out of? Who do you like put your tracks down with?
I go to Castle. I go to GCR.
Word,
And
GCR, that's the official joint.
a few other places. I be all over the place though.
Okay.
For real.
All right. And all right. So now we're gonna switch gears. Some of them I've been asking a few of my guests. I asked them some like relationship questions too. By the way, are you seeing anybody right now? Gotta be big brother real quick. You know what I'm saying? But so something that we asked, something that I've been asking recently is been this conversation about what Steve Harvey said recently. Now, only reason I'm talking about it, like I don't pay attention to Steve Harvey like that. I know he for the old heads, but he said something recently that was like pretty well talked about on social media recently, and it was about if I'm in a relationship, I don't really think I should have friends of the opposite sex. Like he said, he's married, and as a married man, he doesn't see himself really having female friends. He has many associates, women that he cool with, but he wouldn't consider them friends. And I actually agree with it. But other people I know have either agree with it or disagree with it. So I wanted to know your take on that. Do you think that somebody in a relationship or married or even just like just having a partner, you think they could have friends of the opposite gender, like platonic friends?
I think you're allowed to, I would be okay with my husband having friends, but like you can be cordial with people. I don't mind that. But I don't want you like hanging out one on one with them. Like I could see us.
That's my point. Like
I could see us like all going out, hanging out, and we got female and male friends together. But if you one on one hanging out with that person, then no, I don't. That seemed a little sus.
That was my main point. Like that's weird. That's weird behavior. Like for instance, like if I have a female at my work, I will feel weird going out one on one with her for like coffee. The same way that like for instance, I got homies that like I might go out one on one with. We might get a 2 for $20 at Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? Just to catch up. I can't do that with a female friend. Like that'd be weird. You know what I'm saying? And so when I think of friends like that, I think like that's the dynamic that I should have is that I can hang out with you one on one. So therefore, if I can't do that with a woman, I don't have women that are truly my friend that's like that. Not to say I can't be cordial, like I gotta be like this when I come around women. That's not the point that I'm making. I'm just saying that there has to be boundaries, out of respect for my spouse. So that's the main point that I was making. But, people thought Steve Harvey was crazy, like he's scared to talk to women because he's married, and that's not the point. It's about respect. Yeah. So that's the main point that I'm making. But yeah. But I pretty much see it the same way as you. And I think friendships to an extent are possible. I'm not saying you can't have any friends. I'm saying like, when people have that thing where it's that weird like close friend, like, oh, that's my best friend. I met them before my significant other, and so you'll just have to accept him being in my life or her being in my life. I think that's kind of weird behavior. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the person you're in a relationship.
Because the person you're in a relationship should fill that space.
Yeah, they should
be your best friend. They should be the one you laughing and giggling with. You shouldn't need no outside external thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't need no attention or validation.
Especially if you married.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what messes
You shouldn't need no attention or validation. So that's the main point. Yeah. But back to you. So, that was just something I like to mix it up and ask different questions to just see how people feel on different things. But that's like the hot topic of the week. Have you seen any new movies since the theaters have been back open?
Yeah, a lot of new movies this year.
Oh, what movies have you seen?
Judas and the Black Messiah. Okay,
let's talk about that. So what did you think about Judas and the Black Messiah? Because I really liked that movie. That was actually my favorite movie that came out in 2021 so far.
That was a good movie.
Word.
It was so emotional and it was just it had you on the edge of your seat. Like the story was so deep and the way they treated black people during that time, it just it made you want to really use your voice today like Fred Hampton did.
Yeah, like he was only 21 years old.
He was young.
That was crazy.
He was young.
Or can you see yourself in the future like trying to get in movies or anything?
Yeah, I act.
Future endeavors.
I act, so
Word.
acting has always been my passion. So
Or you do.
I wanna.
That is right. So tell us a little bit about your past, because you've been in a couple of musicals. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about that.
Well, I went to Performing Arts High School.
Word.
And
Shout out PA.
Yeah, shout out to PA. That's my stomping ground. But like going there, you kind of dive into so many different things in the arts, and one of the few things I dived in was acting. And during my freshman year, I got to play the role of Effie White in Dreamgirls. Sophomore year, I played, or one of my years in high school, I can't remember exactly which one, but I played the evil stepmother. I got to work with so many different directors, and I also went to acting conservatory, like right outside of New York City when I was in high school. So I kind of really dove into acting, and it became one of my passions. So that's another thing aside from music that I want to keep working on. But it's hard because, you know, we're going through the pandemic right now. But, you know.
I slowed everything down. Yeah. So, do you have any other passions that you wanted to mention, or any other things that you're into? Or is it really like music is the main thing you focused on right now?
I play the bass.
Word.
I've been teaching myself by ear. I got the 5-string bass, so that's one thing I invested in this year.
You still playing the acoustic guitar at all?
Nah, I haven't picked it up, but I definitely plan on diving back into that.
No, I feel that. I bought an acoustic guitar, by the way.
Yeah,
but I bought myself one, and I have not touched it in over like 3 years myself, so I ain't like my joint is upstairs collecting dust. Yeah. But so getting back into the music, is there any songs you would like to share with the audience, vibe out to right quick?
Sure.
All right, so we about to get into a song by Saucy, the artist. It's actually called Company, and this is from her new album Saucy World. So without further ado, let's get into this track.
Tell me how you feel when you join me. Do you like and respect my company? Take me to your circle, the crowd is new. Take me to your heights, hope I like the view about you. Appreciate the itty bitty things that you do. Wanna see all of the things that you see. Tell me, do you like it? Respect my company. Respect my company. Do you love me? And respect my company. Hey. Wop 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 it up, wop it out. Wop 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 it up, boy. Wop 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 it up, wop it out, wop boy. Move it, boy. Wop 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 it up, wop it out. Wop 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 it up, boy. Wop 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 it up, wop it out, wop boy. Move it, boy. I hope it's real when you're touching and loving on me. I ain't got time for wasted time, so nigga, please. Baby, be grown, stop acting like a child. Cause the feelings I have for you make a girl call me crazy, but I think about you. Appreciate the itty things that you do. Wanna see all of the things that you see. Tell me, do you like it? Respect my company. Do you respect my company, baby? Respect my company. I wanna know. Yeah. Do you love? And do you love? And respect
It's really a vibe, dog. It is crazy to see my younger sister, being the star that she is. It's crazy. But I'm definitely proud of her. You know what I'm saying? I was very impressed with her album. Something that threw me off was these beats. Like, where did you get these beats from? Like, they was really good. The production on there was really good.
I worked with a few producers, but few of the beats I co-produced with this guy named Maro, and then another producer that was on the album is Columbus Isaiah Green, and this guy named Patrick Starr. Who else? Screenmaker and College Boy. So I've worked with 5 different producers for the whole project.
Okay. All right. So I don't know, man. I was really rocking with that song. Do you want to do another one? You want to vibe out to another track? No.
Sure.
All right. So which one you want to go to?
Saucy, I guess.
Saucy. All right. Here is Salty by your girl Sauce, the artist. You know what I'm saying? Check her out on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, all that. Check our IG at 20K Sauce, is it? 20K Sauce, yep. And without further ado, let's get into it.
He my baby, I got him. I'm his baby, he got me. You mad and you salty, can't take her from me. We the fucking team, he's better with me. And you mad and you salty, can't take her from me. Oh, 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 oh. Big checks, new house, good credit, that's all we talk about. You moved on, left him alone, he took my hand and vowed. This love makes a fool out of me. Put out our hearts and created a love seed. You better back down before you get smacked down. You better back. Look if you buck, if you bout that. Lay you on the ground like the pastors do. Cause he don't want anything to do with you. He my baby, I got him. I'm his baby, he got me. You mad and you salty, can't take her from me. We the fucking team, he's better with me. And you mad and you salty, can't take her from me. Oh, oh, oh.
Won't make him start to want you, shorty. He broke your heart, and now you jealous as you depart. So I can't tell if that's how it starts. Till it's embarrassing, the comparison. You keep hoping to find we are, but since we ain't, I'm here to thank you for just failing to play your part. See, it's imperative my embellishment gets no better than how I are. You ain't even close, not by far. So you getting ghosted, not my fault. We fly by coastal dinner on boats, and I don't even glow, but you don't not spoke. So I'ma be boastful, leaving you a note. Go take all that salt and season yourself. Ho,
he my baby, I got him. I'm his baby, he got me. You mad and you salty, can't take her from me. We the fucking team, he's better with me. We the winning team. And you mad and you salty, can't take her from me. Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, and that is Salty by your girl Sauce, the artist. So something that I couldn't help but notice is you actually had somebody rapping on there, a female. What is that artist go by?
Love the Genius.
Love the Genius. Okay. Yes. Shout out to her. Shout out to Love the Genius. Y'all also check her out on social media. Mm-hmm. So something that I always wondered. The song was very dope, by the way. But something that I always wondered was, how did you come up with the name Sauce the artist?
I just feel like my personality and my music has a lot of flavor. So I was just like, let me put this together. I am an artist. I don't only do music. I do all different types of art. So I just put it all together and Sauce the Artist.
Okay, and so is that also the idea behind the title Sauce World then? It's like look into your flavorful world, if you will.
Yeah, it's like the world through my eyes. How I envision everything. And
all right, I could dig it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And just to switch gears again, something else I seen you actually post on social media was it was something about Kevin Samuels. You said you thought he was gay from the first moment you seen him or something.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me what do you think about Kevin Samuels? Because a lot of women, agree with him, and then a lot of women can't stand him, and it's like nobody in between really. And then the ones that agree with him, a lot of other women call him like pick-me's and stuff. But I think he be dropping knowledge, but then I think he can go to the extreme sometimes. Like I think, for instance, like if you watch Simon on American Idols or Chef Gordon Ramsay, like he always brings them up because he's like, if these white men, be a jerk, but they're telling the truth, they get paid millions of dollars for it. But let a black man be unapologetic about his opinion on like the world around him, and then all of a sudden everybody wants to cancel him, and I actually agree with that. But what is your take on it? From your perspective as a black woman, because you might see things differently from me. So how do you feel about Kevin Samuels, like in some of the things he says?
I don't see why we would need someone who's saying weird things about black women to be a millionaire in the first place. Like I don't think we need that. Like he trying to compare himself to Simon, but he was like he had a show judging voices. I don't see the point in like I just don't see the point in like I don't know the way he go about it. Like I feel like for the most part he trying to clout chase, and then you can't tell women what a guy won't like because there's all different types of guys. Like they gonna like different types of women. So
that's
I feel like his one perspective is just not. It's just not what everybody is thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree that guys are not all the same. We are not a monolith. But I think a lot of the stuff he be saying is facts as far as men wanting women to be submissive and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like this, like a lot of women tell men what they won't tolerate and what their standards and expectations are. And I feel like a lot of women are shocked to see a man doing the same thing. But I mean, if he not your flavor, like if you don't rock with him, I ain't trying to make you like him. Like, hey, you your own woman. I can understand that. But
yeah, I just feel like he trying to, I don't know, compete with women because I definitely get gay vibes from him. Like, I definitely do.
I don't think he's gay. I think he's what many people understand in the pickup world is I'd say he's like a peacock, which means he's like flamboyant and he's like bold and very expressive, and he does that to stand out, and it actually gets him a lot of women. Like it works, but it works for some women, not for others. But I don't think he's gay. He says he's straight, and I believe he's straight. But the thing about Kevin Samuels that I like is that he's sparking conversation. Like this conversation that we're having right now, I think he's sparking a lot of good conversation in the black community with relationships and stuff. And so I definitely give him big props for that.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I think it's because he's an image consultant. Like that's why he's doing it. And he doesn't just. I do want to say like he don't just come at women. He came at men too. It's just when he started having conversations with women on live, and they come to him for advice. By the way, like he don't just go and just look for women to like beat up on verbally. They come to him for advice, and then he tells them what he thinks. And it was once he started speaking with women that his show blew up. You know what I'm saying? And of course, sometimes he do be going in like to get extra clicks and views. I ain't gonna lie, like you know what I'm saying? He go a little bit with the clout chasing, which everybody does. You know what I'm saying? I'm clout chasing right now, interviewing my sister. I'm trying to get out here. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean, it's give and take. Like. If he's not for you, I could understand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But moving on. So, Do you have anything else coming up? Like you said, you got some shows. Do you got anything else coming up, like music or just anything you want the people to look out for? You know what I'm saying?
Just stay tuned. More music on the way. It's a consistent year full of music and videos and just putting in that work. So just stay consistent. Stay tuned in and follow me on Instagram at 20k_sauce, and you can find me on Facebook at Naya M. Singletary.
Okay. All right. So yeah, y'all check her out. We're gonna have her social medias. We're gonna actually put it up in the video, of course, and then we also gonna have it linked in the description box down below. But y'all definitely check my sister out. Check out Sauce the artist. So before you head out of here, you know this is my fourth episode of my podcast, A Penny for Your Thoughts. Something that we like to do special from the heart is give you a penny for your thoughts. So I actually got this for you. Here's a penny. You know, as a penny for your thoughts. She gave her 2 cents, so I returned the favor and gave her 1 cent. You know, as a penny for your thoughts. You can't do much with it, but you could put it up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? This go viral one day. You know what I'm saying? I got this penny still from when my brother gave me that penny from his podcast. Penny for your thoughts. But it was definitely a pleasure having you here.
Of course.
My baby sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I check her out. You know what I'm saying? Get a music to listen to. Peace.
Tell me how you feel when you join me. Do you like and respect my